Hey, greetings there, and welcome again. It is GleeCon, back again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. On our last episode, we looked at, well, first of all, apologize for having a day off. Work kicked back in, so now we're back into work full-time mode again. But, so with that, I didn't have time to make one of these videos, which they're longer videos. So I wanted to really be able to not rush it. But in our last video, we talked about, I think it was Ungoro Crater. Or no. We started the South Shores and we looked at the Broken Isles. And basically what will become the Broken Shores and the regions of Legion, but from a Dungeons & Dragons perspective. And in a really kind of rough draft form, because those areas haven't been in the game too much. They were some in Warcraft 3, but they're not in World of Warcraft, and they won't be for some time. So on this, we've also been playing World of Warcraft Classic, and on our last one we played as Maleficent, a gnome mage. So she's made her way out, even though that was off camera, into Karazhan. I've also had a lot of really great comments lately. People watching the show, paying attention, giving me good advice about how to have cleaner audio, and I agree that is. So the show is very amateur hour, from lighting, the cameras, the lack of editing, the lack of effects, the non-clean audio. So I hear these comments, really aware of them, and I think picking up. I already do OBS for my screen capture, and I use DaVinci Resolve, and I mess around with some of that stuff. And I think it's a great. I have a Yeti is my microphone, which I like it. I think it's good quality, but I have read some good reviews, and I've heard some comments saying to get a headset, and that will help reduce some of the background noise. And also, I've heard of multiple people have told me let's start recording my audio in Audacity, and I watched some videos and some tutorials and stuff, and I hear your advice. I appreciate it. So I'm most likely going to be upgrading the mic soon, whether that's to a better like boom style mic, or if I go for a headset. I've gotten some suggestions for both, so I'll do a little bit more research there and sink some money into that. And ultimately, what I really need to do is probably move this whole setup that I have out from the common room out into a more private location. There's a few different reasons why I don't do that, but that's for a different discussion. But I just wanted to shout out to my viewers, my subscribers, those that comment. I do read what you say, and it's much appreciated advice. I definitely don't take myself too seriously, and any criticism can be constructive criticism. So in this episode, we're going to kick off with our next character. We still have a few to go to get through the classic zones. This one's named Earth Fury. There is actually a few Earth Fury. There's a famous, there's a server Earth Fury. There's a famous orc shaman named Earth Fury, Jared or something like that. This is going to be based on Muln Earth Fury. He's a very powerful OP tauren shaman, and this is going to be his story as he builds his way up to that power. And so without further ado, let's kick it off with our tauren shaman. We'll listen to the intro video.
Once a nomadic people, the tauren roamed the endless plains of the Barrens, hunting the mighty Kodo. Scattered across the land, the wandering tribes were united only by their common hatred for their sworn enemy, the marauding Centaur. Seeking aid against the Centaur, the great chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the Centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, You must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the great hunt.
All right, so and that's where we're at. We are going to prove ourselves in the Great Hunt. For those, another suggestion I had recently was to start using Questy, and I like it. It has been a big help. It's going to make me have to minimize and resort to looking at databases a little bit less often, I think. So what we heard there was that what we know from Warcraft 3, and from Chronicles, the tauren and the Centaur have been at war for some time. The orcs helped the tauren get established over in Thunder Bluff up here, and this is now their peaceful, just idyllic zone. And now their nature-based, kind of Native American-esque style culture is going to send its warriors on the Great Hunt. So, a little bit. Let's get that auto loot going. And let's get action bars on the screen. Okay, let's look at whatever spells that we have. Okay, so Lightning Bolt will be my main thing. I do have a healing spell. That's nice. We're better at herbalism. We'll worry about determining professions on future issues. We have future episodes: nature resistance, extra health, and the old war stomp. Got to love that. I'm probably not going to make myself a healer. Just because it's not as, I mean, although shaman healers are one of the more productive, like more fun, but I just probably won't do that. I'll go either the enhancement style or the elemental style. All right, so let's get kicked off with our first mission. Greetings, Earth Fury, and welcome to Camp Narache. News of your arrival spread quickly among the tribe. The hunt begins. You have a promising air about you, and will prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon you will be welcomed into the great city of Thunder Bluff. But before that can happen, you must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkwind. This is Grull Hawkwind. Up here on Red Cloud Mesa, we pride ourselves on keen hunting skills. Tauren hunt out of necessity and for sport. Our supply of meat has run low, and we require feathers for clothing. Hunt the nearby plain stratas and prove yourself by resupplying the village.
Go in peace.
Will do. Somebody's over here already ready to give me some stiff mission.
Well met.
A humble task. All members of the tribe share in the harmony of life. We live together and work together. Our commitment to one another carries with it a high degree of responsibility. I ask of you now a humble task. My mother set out this morning to fetch water from the well to the southeast of Narache. It has been quite some time now. Perhaps you could check on her for me while I attend to tribal matters here.
Go in.
Will do, buddy. Okay, we've got the hunter trainer back here. I do not have the knowledge you seek. Right, man. Warrior trainer.
Peace, friend.
I cannot train you, shaman. That's fine. That's fine. Seer Raven Feather. Okay. Gart Mistrunner. This is a druid trainer.
What brings you here?
Many are the paths of the Earth Mother. May your ancestors watch over you, shaman. This
Who wish to speak?
will be my person. Spirits have guided you to me. I may be of service.
Winds be at your
Not
back.
yet, until I'm level 2.
How may I?
Connie Soft Breathe. I've got some mushrooms instead of eating meat like the other ones. That's a nice little touch. All the others have eaten jerky so far. This guy's all about the mushroom life. Over here we have Mudan Sungrain.
Hail.
Okay, he sells some foods. Brave Proud Snout. I like Brave Lightning Horn. I like how they have some names. Someone named their character Cheese. Why not? Alright, so all around us we have Plain Striders. And then we will also need to go make our way over there. But first let's kill some Plain Striders. Shoot lightning bolts at them. Why not? Some of that good old plain strider meat. Now, I would imagine that the shaman are not too shabby at melee. Better than the mage, at least, which is like agonizingly slow. So we'll see. Yeah, it seems okay. Now, shaman normally can wear mail. We'll see if that also holds. They're wearing leather right now. I did get some little gloves to put on my little hands. Oh, yes. Actually, these hands aren't little. These are big boy hands. So far, the old shaman here is pretty powerful. Doing pretty good about having the mana rejuvenate quickly. So they probably have a pretty good spirit. The leather armor puts us above the... Going for meat and feathers. The leather armor gives us more defense, more oomph than the mage. As we continue to murder. This is a pretty decent size collection we need to get.
It's too far away.
The tauren also have a very small class list of what they can be. So when we get to that part of the level where we read about different class trainer whatevers, that should be a little shorter than normal. Because they, similar to the gnomes, they have a very small assortment of classes. I think it goes back to the original lore here. There's just so much that they can't do if you think about it. They don't really worship the light. I did just level up and gain a little bit of everything there. Also, this should allow me to go learn my skills and get those quests when we go turn this in. Already, we're kind of wrecking shop a little bit. All right, so let's go turn this in. Can't wear mail yet. There's an answer to that. I didn't think we could. We experienced the same thing with the hunter, where I think the hunter will eventually be allowed to wear mail, but you definitely can't to start it. So we have restoration and elemental combat instead of like just elemental. So that's interesting.
How may I aid you?
Providing meat and feathers for the tribe is the first step in proving himself as a hunter before the chief. The tauren of Narache, thank you. Earth Fury, you show much promise. Give me that bell. So we have a rune-inscribed note. The tauren are getting these notes. Just a moment ago, a messenger was looking for you, Earth Fury. I believe she was sent by the shaman trader, Mila. If this note is from Mila, I wouldn't take long in reading its contents.
Goodbye.
There had to be a messenger sent to walk from this tent. Isn't that tent? No, that tent right here to this right here. Send a messenger.
Hail.
The hunt continues. A tauren skilled in the ways of the hunt knows that his prey is not mere trophy. The beasts of the plains provide us with a means of survival. You will make quite an impression on the elders if you can bring back some highly valued mountain cougar pelts. You can find the beast lurking in the hills to the south. Our children need clothing, and our tents need mending.
Ancestors watch over you.
This is true. The kiddies do need clothes. Earth Fury love the kids. Oh, I got some leg meat. Okay, let's read this note that they gave us. I greet you, young shaman. The winds told me of your coming, the earth gave praise of your strength, and now the ancient spirits whisper of your accomplishments to come. Our people always need wise and great leaders. They often turn to our kind for both virtues. If you you are willing, I would teach you more of our ways. Seek me out in Camp Narache on Red Cloud Mesa. We will speak more then. Mila Dawnstrider, shaman trainer. Obviously, I'm in Camp Narache as well. Excuse me. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so another thing I just noticed was that I didn't check out the people in here. Old Bronk Steel Rage. What up, Bronk? Sell some stuff so that we can afford our
What
skills.
brings you here?
Marjack Keenblade.
I
Very
have just the thing for you.
hard hide. Obviously, they were meant to be. Oh, look! I didn't see this either. Chief Hawkwind. Oh yeah, I did see this. I just didn't notice the chief lesson. It's very similar to me. Oh, but his tail is white. Mine is brown.
How may I aid you?
As quickly as water falls from the sky, here you are before me. I am pleased by your haste. It means you realize both the importance of our meeting and you being here. I am no leader, but I do understand the elements, and I can speak to the spirits of our people. I will teach you to do the same. Okay? We will meet many times in the days to come. Each time you will hopefully leave my company a little more powerful, a little more prepared. Like the eternal flame, your spirit will burn bright and hot. Go now, Earth Fury. Go and test yourself. I will be here for you when you need.
Ancestors watch over.
Fantastic. Alright, so
What brings you here?
she's going to train me in Rockbiter weapon. I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't know. I don't have an enhancement shaman. It's possible. But I did gain an enhancement. So this lasts for 5 minutes. I'd love to make these buffs so short now. It makes me do more damage with my melee attacks. And it also makes me generate more threat. I just don't understand. It's like almost like a tank. Like, why do you need the threat? Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and look at our side quests here. So we just did the hunt begins. We just picked up the hunt continues, right? So that's the cougar quest, and that will continue. There are more quests that will also continue down the line. Now, a humble task. That one is the one that we're going to go turn in right now, and that quest just comes along. But we did a rune inscribe note. Let's read the other 3 notes. So if we were a druid instead, there would be a verdant note sent our way. Now the verdant note would read as follows. The spirits came to me in my dreams last night. They told me of your coming and that it would be my task to aid you. We have much to go over in our short time together, discussions about nature, the spirits, the Earth Mother, and even the Night Elves. But I will save the lessons for your arrival, and I will do all that is in my power to ensure that you are ready for the trials ahead. May wisdom guide you. I will be waiting. All right, so they want us to see Gart. It says, you have arrived. This is good. Our ancestors' spirits have become restless throughout Mulgore and beyond, but I cannot tell why. It will forever be your duty to learn to listen to nature's spirits and act as their avatar. Be mindful of that. Though we share a common bond, do not expect much welcome from the Night Elves. Their pride still limits their sight, but that is none of our concern. The teachings of the Earth Mother are all you must concern yourself with, and I will teach you what I know as you grow in wisdom. Return to me often. You will find that the Earth Mother grants incredible abilities to those who are most dedicated. All right, and had we instead been a hunter, you would have gotten an etched note. I don't know why they decided etched goes with hunter. That note would have read, "Mighty warriors defend our home, our shamans guide our spirits and show us our ancestors past, and our druids help us discover the Earth Mother's will. But you are one of our hunters, and our hunters learn many aspects of those roles and blend them together. You will find you represent the heart of our people. Some of our tribe will look to you for guidance, some for protection. It is my duty to ensure you are prepared for that. Seek me out in Camp Narache." They want us to see Lanka. "Welcome to Camp Narache. I hear good things about you. Your bloodline is strong, and many of the elders consider you skilled already, but that we will test. The plains of Mulgore will be your home for some time. You should do your best to learn it very well. One day you will travel to unfamiliar lands to master greater skills. You must be ready. And it is my job to make sure you are prepared by teaching you the basics of our profession, how to tame your pet, how to fire your rifle, and many other skills that become necessary. Hunters are a strong part of our tradition and history. You should do well to remember how important you are to the tribe. You will be respected and revered if you serve our people well. And we could simply be a warrior." A simple note. Many tribes claim that it is a gift to be blessed with the aptitude to use magic or to talk to our ancestors, but you should know this as well, warrior. You are just as gifted. Some do not have the strength in their arms to wield mighty weapons. Some do not have the skill to parry a blow from an assassin, or to even suffer the physical punishments from an arcane spellcaster, but you do. You are strong, and I will help you become stronger. Find me in Camp Narache. This is Harut Thunderhorn. That's what they want us to talk to. At last you've arrived, warrior. I did not lie in my note. We are a special breed also, not unlike the druids or shamans of our tribe. You are just as important. We are the ones called upon to defend our borders, to hunt the centaur, and to go to war. Each of us plays a role in our tribe. Each of us must also go through all the same rites. Do not ever let your pride tell you otherwise. I remain here to train new warriors that seek the glory of battle and who follow the ways of our oldest ancestors. When you feel ready, come back to me, and I will do what I can to train you further. Go with the tribe's blessing. All right, so that's only. There are no other side things. There's no hunter one that they tucked in there. There's no priest one. There's no warlock. So that is it. The rest is us just running through the rest of the quest now. I do love tauren. Again, I would say probably just from a lore perspective, they're probably my favorite class. They're right up there. They're the reason why my first maxed out character I ever had was a tauren. He was a tauren warrior, speaking of our simple note there.
Peace, friend.
You traveled all this way just to help an old woman. Aren't you a kid?
Walk with the Earth Mother.
This is the second part of a humble task. I have traveled many paths through life. These old legs lack the vigor they once had. I can still perform my duties to the tribe. Sometimes it just takes an old woman a little longer to do the task. But you look like an eager shaman. Let's put some of that youthful vitality to the test. Take a water pitcher from the well and bring it to my son, Chief, in Camp Narache. Remember that even the most humble task can gain the recognition of elders.
Farewell.
On it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish this one because it seems nice and easy. She gestures to the pitcher of water sitting on the edge of the well. I got that water. Let's go bring it to Papa Bear of the old tauren. Aqua. Was the name of that warrior there. Maybe it's because they're like an awkward warrior. Maybe awkward was already taken. It's funny, I was just watching South Park last night. And it was the one where they make like a funny bot. After he tells his little jokes, he's always like, awkward. Much like the silence that happened after that joke. All right, so let's.
Greetings.
You look as though you have returned from the plains. Do you have any word from Great Mother Hawkwind? You carried this pitcher back at the Great Mother's bidding, I see.
Paying me a pretty decent amount for that.
40 whole cents. Your willingness to help others and provide for the tauren of Camp Narache leads me to believe you will make the tribe proud in Thunderbluff someday.
Thanks, bruh. Rights of the Earth Mother.
Your willingness to perform a humble task for the tauren of Narache and your eagerness to learn our noble traits, Earth Fury. I believe one day you will be heralded in Thunderbluff as a shaman of greatness. Before that, you must embark on the rites of the Earth Mother, of which there are 3. The first test is the Rite of Strength. Travel to Seer Greytongue and tell him Chief Hawkwind has sent you. You'll find the Seer's abode directly to the south of Camp Narache, tucked away in the hills.
Be careful.
Okay. On it. So we will go, because this is going to be a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We will clomp our way down there, killing cougars on the way. We actually have cougars in my neck of the woods here. And we had one, well, maybe it's not cougar. It's puma. Panther. Actually, a lot of those animals have different names. But they're the same. I guess maybe once I get in melee range, I should switch over to my hammer because it's pretty decent. And that way I'm not getting interrupted. But yeah, we had a wild cat in that would come around my yard a lot. And my wife one time, so she thought it was cool. She kept wanting to get pictures of it. And one time we saw it out the side glass door, looking out in the backyard. And my wife just starts running like a demon outside to go get as close as she can to see if she can get like a really good picture of it. And all of us, me and the kids, and we're like, what? Like, she was not thinking about whether it would be a good idea just go startle a bobcat by charging up at it with a camera. Luckily, nothing happened. It turned tail and, well, not that it had much of a tail. But it turned and ran and hauled booty out of there. So she was just bummed she didn't get as good of a picture as she wanted. Kind of funny. And yeah, you know, like, if there's like a cockroach or something, let's freak out. So it's weird the way the mind works now. Don't get me wrong, cockroaches are gross, spiders are gross, but I'm also not running out there chasing down cougars, bobcats. Hey, Grey Tongue, what's up?
Chief Hawkwind sent you, embarking on the rites of the Earth Mother. No small task.
Ah yes, I'm level 3. Power activated. And I'm getting a pretty nice chunk of stats across the board. Now all 3 of my specs are there. Rite of Strength.
The rites of the Earth Mother are the steps a young tauren needs to take to gain respect in Thunderbluff. First, you must pass the Rite of Strength. In this test, you must prove your bravery by slaying enemies of the tribe. The bristlebacks of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal lands. They ambush our hunting parties and steal from the village by dark. Show your valor by slaying these villains and return to the chief in Camp Narache with their belts. As proof of your deeds.
Okay, so my rite of strength is to go find some Quillbore, who admittedly are not very cool dudes. But attack them and kill them. I mean, they are people with their own intelligence. So at first, this seems to be maybe not so peaceful. I mean, I know the tauren are just supposed to be this peaceful race. Although, in our current game, Dragonflight, and in the greater lore, Grim Totems, there's certainly this other element of tauren that shows they can be just as war hungry, misguided. One may even call them evil as any of the other races. Although, to me, it's just a little bit less believable when it's the tauren. I mean, come on. Alright, let's just keep electrocuting these bobcats. These cougars. I mean, what can I say? I guess I just don't like cougars. Alright, so I've got frayed shoes, but I've got some ragged leather boots to put on these hooves. You like how they do nothing for my hooves whatsoever? It's the thought that counts. It's not that I'm actually going to wear these boots, but I'm going to carry them around, and just having them with me makes me feel a little safer. I can show my friends. Okay, I've got some boots, guys. Isn't that cute? Protect my ankles for when I'm doing war stomping. Someone Mark of the Wild at me, which just increases your... I'm out of mana. But so far, because of this combination of powerful ranged attack, general toughness, self buffs, mana, good mana regeneration, good melee capabilities. This is a pretty good class so far. Like, I'm enjoying it. We've done a little bit of... We've done almost every class, and looking at the Paladin in hindsight, the Paladin had healing, which was nice. It did allow for some survivability and was moderately tough overall, but really not crazy tough, despite the fact that they're wearing all this heavy armor. And the way that they attacked was, and their rotation was a little clunky and slow. I would have to say they feel not amazing so far. Now, of course, that might change, and as they went along, they had a lot of group buffs. So, as a member of a party, sure, they're going to be more valuable. We then did the Warrior, and they were moderately powerful, but they were, by far, I felt like they were the toughest. I don't think healing even became a thought when we were doing that starting zone. The Dwarf Hunter, that one was the squishiest for sure, because we don't have a pet yet.
If you can provide pelts for the tribe, I will pass word along to my father, Chief Hawkwind, for your generous deed. tauren of Narache, thank you for these provisions, Earth Fury. With your skill in the ways of the hunt, you will surely be revered in Thunder Bluff someday.
And now to the battle boards. I wanted to come back and turn this in so we could kind of get the 2-for-1 deal.
The battle boars of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal hunting grounds. They are trained to be malicious by the bristleback quillboars with whom we are at war. Go and slay the vile creatures and bring back some snouts and flanks so that we can make stew for our young.
Sounds good. Nothing hits the spot quite like. We got some bracers now too. Now I've got some little flair to my outfit. But yes, we have some
You wish to speak?
Break Sharptusk, Earth Fury, I have heard of you, newcomer. Perhaps it is you that will help us where others have failed. We tauren have carved a home out of this land, but not without a cost. The bristleback quillboars of Brambleblade Ravine, led by Chief Sharptusk Thornmantle, have made our lives difficult with their continued war against us. I charge you to bring me the chief's head. He will be found in the ravine to the east, in their makeshift
When is
village.
the act back?
Okay. Oh, hey, Connie.
Greetings, traveler.
Will you buy some of my crap?
Yes, I would love that.
Thank you for your used boots. My pleasure, Connie. Task unfinished. I think we're good on that. Let's head out. So if you look at what we have here, back at this, on this is the second half of this. We do have these other rights that are going to be more powerful, but I don't know if they stay on this or if that's going to. That looks like it's going to take us on out of this area. So even though they're listed as a chain that starts here, I bet you when we get to Rights of Division, yeah, see those all say Bloodhoof Village. So we actually won't be doing those on this episode. We'll be moving on. So, and if you look, it looks like according to Questy, we do have a drop dirt stained map, which gives us quests. So we should level up. That's actually, oh, he resisted. They were doing that a lot of the time on my mage. You guys weren't, like, I didn't do as much of that on screen here, but that's, I guess, a stat. That's something I don't recall seeing as much nowadays. I don't know if that is just not a thing, but I feel like they were resisting my spells, not like every time, but maybe that's something that happens more, I don't know, as you train your skill, as you, I don't know, what underneath the hood, what's increasing your spell resistance. Not spirit. So we are chopping off their snouts and chopping into their flanks. Okay. Strength, agility. It's not intellect. Yeah, it says it's not spirit, which that's what I actually thought it was. Looks like we got ourselves a cape. That same frayed cloak we've been getting across the board. Oh, we got some better gloves. Nice, these cover my little fingers. And you know, if you've been watching previous episodes, I love that. I love getting my fingies covered up. Okay. Yeah, so it's some kind of stat under the hood, I guess. Okay, and this battle boss is the last one on this chain. There's a task unfinished that happens at the end, but that's the one we pick up on the way out. So, not really. I don't think this one is going to lead into any others. So I probably just need to kill. We just need to do this little chunk. I don't think there's going to be anything else. We'll go in here or make our way down into the... I haven't even had to use the healing wave. It hasn't been necessary yet, but it's nice to know that I have it, so in case I run out of mushrooms or whatever, there I am to level 4. I guess I might want to... Ah, there is a Call of Earth, which that is not actually listed on here. That was actually listed on one of our other ones. That's a shaman quest. So we will go back and do that, but let's just finish killing the battle boars first. Since we're right here. And then now we'll definitely go back and pick up that quest. As well as learning our level 4 skills. Which will be fine on money. We already almost have enough. And it puts us easily on pace to be where the other characters, I was level 5 universally across the board. So without grinding, it would appear that level 5 is what happened.
I'm out of range.
So this is a rock. I don't know why it's called Kodo Rock. I love that this war stump, it's like a global stump. That is actually the same racial that we still have. Now it's instant, I think. I don't think it has a 0.5 second cast. Could be wrong about that, though. Pretty sure it's instant. But it's nice. Any tauren that you have, they just get to throw that into the rotation of their interrupts. And that's a AoE interrupt. Those are very useful. I mean, sure, it doesn't silence necessarily, but it says this stuns him for 2 seconds, so it's pretty good. All right, so we're hoofing it back over. Tail swishing in the breeze. I like also that my nose ring is just bobbling and jingling around. Good attention to detail. Blizz. Even if other things just fall by the wayside.
Peace, friend.
The aggression of the battle boars is increasing. Have you sent them a clear message and brought back some snouts and flank shit?
I don't know what message pigs are going to get.
Most excellent. These ingredients will make a fine stew, and the loss of those boars should be a fair lesson to those vile bristlebacks.
Ancestors watch over
So
you.
I guess the message is to the bristlebacks, not to the... Okay, we got a little vest on now. Sorry, everyone. I won't be running around with my pecs rippling in the sunlight anymore. Oh, I'm going to trade in my mushrooms for bread. And let's talk to this woman.
Well met.
The time has come, young shaman. Your body ages and grows strong, and your spirit endures like the earth. I see it within you. You have wisdom already. The earth guides our people, and it speaks to us, and it will, as it will to you in time. But you must be tested. If you are ready, then you shall see things only our kind know of. Seek out the bristleback shamans in their ravine to the east, and take from them a salve which they use in their rituals. Return to me only when you have enough for your own potion.
May the eternal sun shine.
I will. I'm going to potion it up so much.
I've been excited.
So we will learn Earth Shock. That is the only thing we can add on. But I think because we're going to gain something else from this quest, so rather than... Alright, so what's Earthshock do? It's a instant cast. It has a cooldown. It does cost 30 mana, so it's twice as much as a lightning bolt. It does about the same amount of damage. Causes a high amount of threat, but it also interrupts. So it's tough to say here how we want to use this, because it does the damage, which is great, but it does barely more damage than Lightning Bolt for double the mana cost. I think this is going to be used more as an interrupt. So if we're fighting spellcasters, that's a nice interrupt rather than anything else. So now we've got multiple quests to run our booties inside here. So let's hit the road for the last chunk, where we will do the Rite of Strength, the Call of Earth, which Call of Earth is not on there, Break Sharp Tusk. So a task unfinished will be our breadcrumb out of here, probably as will Rites of the Earth Mother Part 2. There is a cave, it looks like, if we keep heading in this general direction. So I think that's just what we do. I think we just push on forward. There's some caves down here too. I see one over there, as a matter of fact. And there's something right in that cave. So we have our work cut out for us as we push into the last little dungeon grind that we do. I don't know if you call it a dungeon grind. I don't know what you would call it, but it's a little bit weird. It's a little easier to tell if something is hostile or not. Like I could have nameplates, but even that, like, they're not showing the nameplates. I don't know. I think it's weird. McChicken. Poor McChicken. All you wanted to do was cross the road. Big Mac. Ah, okay. So maybe they're friends. Maybe it's a hubby and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend combo. Maybe it's a dual boxer. I don't know. But they definitely like McDonald's. Okay, we are going into the Bramble Blade Ravine. See some quillbears. Quillboars. Ah, there's my nameplate. I don't need them. Stupid 5-minute buff. Five-minute buffs are the dumbest thing ever. Nothing special. What's it called? Rockbiter weapon. I also don't really think Rockbiter weapon is still a thing. I know that you can have Flame Tongue weapon. There's probably other stuff too, at least in enhancement. I don't know, because as I said before, I have a restoration druid, and I have. I guess if I'm up close like that, I could whack him with a shot. And I have a level 60. So I have a level 60 resto. I have a level 60 elemental shaman. I do not have an enhancement. Just because that one seemed less interesting to me. As I've made my characters, but I do want to make one. I think they can be pretty good. It's coming up. Right now I'm just working on the reputation grind for the different factions of Dragonflight. So I do a little bit of that every day, working on the achievements. I want to get my way back in there where I can see that quest. It looks like there is another cave. Similar vicinity. You look right there in the map. We'll have to check that out. Also, I'm not. Whoopsie. Yeah, it looks like we're getting close. I just don't know how the. See if you look there, it's kind of all wrapped around this way. It looks like it's right there, but I actually think we kind of have to follow this path, which is fine. Whatever. We still have plenty that we need to kill anyway. And we still have half a level to go to get to 5, so we need to kill and be a little more grindy. There's a battle board. Valley of Trials invite. Why are they in Mogul? That's just where they seem to start all these hardcore guilds. They all seem to start in Valley of Trials. I'm gonna kill one of these. Let's say 5. They seem. He resisted all my stuff. Jerk. So yeah, this one will definitely give me a little more of a challenge. Yeah, we're gonna have to go into that cave because, as we read, one, we've got to kill their leader, and 2, we need to fight whatever their little casters are, so that we can make our potion to become better shamans. Scooby-Doo-Boo. Right, killing these battle boars. Splinter Tusk. Alright. So, poor adventurer died there. Guy spawned right by me. I was watching some of these hardcore. I was watching a video of one of my subscribers that was posting. There's the shamans. How he does the hardcore guilds or whatever. And so he posted some of his deaths, explained how he died. Kind of funny. This is Squealer. Oh, is this the guy we're supposed to be killing? No idea who that is. Wheeler's belt? What is that? Okay. I wonder if that's just like a special? Is that a rare? No. That's where the map comes from. Gotcha. Cool. So we got the dirt stained map. We also had to kill Squealer to get this. See what's I'm trying to watch their just trying to watch there we got the what's the deal with that dirt stain map. Maybe I have to actually use it. Yeah. After carefully evaluating the map, you realize that what you discovered are the plans made by the Bristleback war chief for an extended siege on Camp Narache. Surely Chief Hawkwind could use this information. Alright, so we still need to find Sharp Tusk. Which appears like maybe that's to the north. I still need some bristleback belts. Maybe this Sharp Tusk is in probably this big tent here. Shouldn't have done that. That was I thought this was a caster. We got ourselves another belt. I don't trust this guy not to attack me. Right. Another bristleback. There's the chief. I'm just glad he didn't want to get aggroed onto me as well. Shaman. Find out. Okay, so I did hit him with.
I need more mana.
I just didn't want to pull him too far because I didn't want to aggro this guy. That'll be okay, but I don't know that casting lightning at close range is really worth it. Actually, I think I'll try to save my mana in case I heal. Not that I'm worried about him hitting me, but in case people respawn. Alright, we chopped his head off. Why wouldn't we? Yeah, I got a nomadic belt. Oh, that's worse because I have the squealer's belt. Okay, cool. We've got all the quests we need. So now we just need to hightail it out of here. So, if... can we just run straight up? Maybe. Alright, so... I'm going to try and just run. I'm aggroing that boar. That is the color, too. That is a tall druid. I'll drink of water there. Okay, so I could come out of here. Direction. You seem okay. I think this is more the way I came. Definitely sort of maze-like. Should get us out. All right, marching our way out of the billboard. I can say probably with a large degree of certainty that the thing in my original World of Warcraft Classic world, journeys, adventures, whatever you want to call it, I probably had more deaths to Quillbore in the Barrens than I had anything else. Okay, so feeling like this is dead endish, which that's a bummer for me. Definitely dead end. You may or may not get me. I think that other cave is. Yeah, I think we have to get out through that cave. I mean, we're so much bigger than the Quillbore. You would think that, like, oh man. Okay, so this was not the exact right path. Gotta be this way. Not too bad. And I think we can pretty much be safe just running. Worrying about anything. He said famous last words. And yeah, we're pretty much at level 5 right now. We definitely will be at level 5 after we turn in these 4 quests. And that will bring us to adventures for this character. This is actually, because of the way they clumped all the quests, turned out to be a pretty short starting zone. Still like it a lot. We have very few left to do. We have 3 races left that we haven't. Actually, 2. 2 races left that we haven't done. We have 3 classes left. So we will. The only alliance race we haven't done is Night Elf. We'll do that on the next episode, and then we still have to do the Old Forsaken. And then at the end, we'll wrap it up with that. Will only bring us to 8 of 9 classes. So we'll do a short wrap-up video where we just touch on some of the class quests in the last So we probably have 2 full-length starting zone videos like the one we've just done, because we haven't done Tristful Glades and we haven't done Darnassus, so those will have to get the full video treatment like this one. But regardless of whatever we pick for the last class, it will have to be a race we've already done, and therefore a batch of quests that we've already done. So we won't spend that much time doing. But Earth Fury has got out to a good start. He is definitely pretty strong. This little curve of power building, like I was describing, where I got cut off before the other quests. I had gotten to Warrior, then we talked about Hunter. That was a little squishy. Then we did the Rogue. The Rogue was pretty decent. Very quick, high DPS. Easy to see why they're a fun class to fall in love with in the beginning. Then we did the Mage, which was okay. They're pretty squishy. And they have a little casting curve to them.
How may I
But then
aid you?
to step up next with Shaman, this was pretty good experience.
Sharp Tusk will trouble us no more once you have brought me proof of his death. It is his head that I seek, Earth Fury. We tauren live for the hunt, and there is no greater hunt than against one that is cunning enough to perhaps hunt us back. If you are successful in this task, young one, you will start to learn what I mean. Justice has been served on this day by your swift actions, Earth Fury. Let this deed serve as a warning to all who would threaten our home. You have earned this reward to help you on your sojourn, young shaman.
We shall.
And I have hit level 5 like all my other classes. And got nice stat boosts across the board.
Ah, I've
Earth-
been expecting you.
The earth is patient, and will wait for you until you are ready, because she knows, in time, all things erode and are reborn. It is the cycle of things. Mountains become deserts, rivers become canyons. The earth is the most stubborn and wise of all the elements. You must learn patience and stamina above all things. The earth calls for you now because she feels you are ready. Consider this your rebirth if you succeed. You will never be able to go back to ignorance afterwards. Good, Earth Fury. Your return here signifies that you are indeed prepared for the next step. Of all the elements, Earth represents the foundation of all things. It is your strength, your stamina, and your patience. The Earth Mother will protect you, but only if you show her proper respect. She is the basis for life, and by observing her laws, you will gain a greater wisdom. Never forget the secret she shares with you. I shall make your Sapta for you now, and by accepting it, a new path will open before you. A Sapta is a drink created to bind our spirits to the elements. Fused with magic, the potion will allow the open-minded to see the elements as no one has seen them before. Your spirit will forever be tied to the element the Sapta was created for, and only a select few of our kind know the secrets of its creation. The Sapta is always imbibed in a holy place and never anywhere else. Seek out the shaman shrine to the east of here and drink of the Sapta.
Walk with the earth.
Okay. So we now have to actually go do that. What is that? Oh, it's repeatable because I guess if you drop it or something, you would.
What brings you here?
Have you completed the rite of strength, Earth Fury? I require proof of your valor against the enemy of our tribe. You have passed the first test of the rites of the Earth Mother. The tribe is proud.
Actually, do I want staff? No, I'm going to stick with shield and mace.
For you to continue with the rites of the Earth Mother, you must pass 2 more tests. It is time for you to broaden your experience, Earth Fury. Travel to Bloodhoof Village and seek out the chief, Bane Bloodhoof, son of Cairn. There you may continue your journey and earn the acceptance of the elders of Thunder Buff. Take this totem to Bane. He will recognize my carvings and help you on your path. Follow the road out of Camp Narache and travel with haste. Do not stray or you will lose your way.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Got it.
You have a look of concern about you, Earth Fury. What news do you bring? This is quite alarming indeed. But with this information, we can call on our brethren from Bloodhoof Village to help thwart the attack. You've saved the lives of many tauren.
We shall meet.
I think this is my first shield user I'm going to be having, because I'm using two-handed weapons with my paladin. Actually, I think right now I do have a shield for my warrior, but I'm not going to keep him as a shield person. So we have a breadcrumb taking us out, which is fine. We will probably get a second one, but first we do have to finish this little minor manifestation call of the earth, so we can get our other shaman power. It's funny that they show that as a repeatable quest, which it should close off and not be repeatable as soon as we get this one done. But yeah, again, if you lost your potion, I guess you would need to be able to make another one. You could just halt your progress. I did forget to say. Which we'll do that real quick when we go back as well. So apologies, I thought we were done, but I didn't realize we were going to have this shaman. But you know, we on the other, I think on the orc level, we actually read this whole process. I think they have this mislabeled on Classic Wildpedia. They actually have this quest chain mislabeled as Valiant Trials. Ah, this is Kodo Rock. This is what it was all about. I wondered why they just had this one. Oh, cool.
Earth Fury, pleased is the earth to have you here. Bound together in body and spirit, you will go forward, knowing that the mountains are your strength, plains your patience, and the world itself your essence. Standing before the earth only is all that is required of you for you to pass this rite. The others are not as passive. They may be chaotic and often violent, but such is the nature of the elements. Dual natures opposing one another. You must come to learn these things intricately.
Alright, we'll do.
Take this rough quartz from me and bring it to Seer Ravenfeather as proof of our meeting. She will craft a totem for you, and this pebble will be the heart of it. As small as it may seem, you will come to find that its size does not matter, and that even the smallest things can outlast mountains. Be patient, Earth. Remain strong. And seek wisdom. This is what the earth asks of you. In the end, you shall become one with the earth. Respect it as it shall respect you.
He's got these little baby earth elementals running around. That's cool. They can't be targeted though. Alright, so let's go turn that back in. Let's have this lady give us whatever totem she said. We'll get stone skin totem. So let me drop. Also receive an earth totem, whatever that means. So I will drop that. And it's just a defensive totem that's party wide. And I guess that would, you would think that would make you want to drop the totem, then pull. Which is, I guess, what we'll do. It seems a little bit tricky, but it does seem useful in like multiplayer content. That does seem useful. So kind of like the paladin, I will have a defensive party-wide buff, although nowhere close to as useful as the paladins. The paladins is just a constant buff. You do nothing to keep active.
Peace, friend.
Oh, I have this too. Well, that's the repeatable one. Greetings, Earth Fury. You would not return to me if you had not accomplished your task. May I be the first to welcome you fully to the first path of 4 that will forever rule your travels. If you have the stone that the earth gave to you,
give you the totem it promised. If not, then I pity you. There is much pride to be had when you fully dedicated yourself to the elements. Splendid. This totem I will craft for you is more than a token symbol. It has abilities beyond that. One use of the totem is a focus for spells. Those spells are tied to the earth, and as you earn greater and greater wisdom, more of the earth's abilities will be made accessible to you. Trainers found throughout Kalimdor will know when you are ready for greater knowledge, and will let you know as much when you visit them. But for now, take this earth totem. Cool. Splendid. The totem... Oh, I just literally read that.
Winds be at your back.
Okay, it said that there was another one, but there wasn't. I don't know what we're going to do with that earth totem that we have. It's in the old bag there. Alright, so this it's instant cast. It does cost 30 mana. Which is fine. Okay. Just a defensive cooldown I just dropped. And it just instantly drops by me. Rock skin. Oh, is that what the... Maybe that's what the totem that she gave me is doing? It's giving me 1 hour of armor and stamina. That's why I can see those little things have septicite. Excusez-moi. Alright, so we're going to follow this road around, probably pick up another breadcrumb, and then take us into old Bloodhoof Village, where we will wrap it up and pick up from here next time with old Earth Fury. So because of the nature of some of these, we will definitely end up spending more time with some characters than others. I will try and balance it out to the best of my ability. Some it will be easy to at least balance out between two. And as we come along, like this character will have to move into the Barrens next. Well, so will the Troll and Orc, so we'll split that zone.
How may I aid you?
A task unfinished. Earth Fury, please, I beg of you. Can you help me? I've not finished my task here on the Mesa. I'm in the middle of my rite of strength. My father asked me to deliver these furs to the inn in Bloodhoof. I'm far from rested enough to complete both my rite and this task for my father, even though I have full hit points. Would you mind going on for me? The inn is pleasant and a perfect place to rest during your long travels. I'm sure you'll agree once you see it.
Be careful.
I do agree already. We're going to go to this inn, get our rested XP for the next time that we play. We're going to be mighty close to hitting level 6. If it's not, the fact that these are breadcrumbs might keep the quest down low enough. But, yeah, we're taking a journey along the road here. If we look at Questy, they're not showing any extra quests for us. So, I hope that everyone has enjoyed listening or watching too. I am. Again, I can't stress enough, as I said at the beginning, I am mindful of the areas in which my recordings can improve. And it is a goal to get better. Hey, we'll call that my New Year's resolution. I've been doing this show for 1 year now. And what that has accomplished is it's given me a little bit of experience on some technical things, and it's allowed me to kind of experiment with my formatting some. But it's only through feedback and constructive criticism that I can improve. So I'm really happy that as I've pushed forward with new types of content, I mean, as you can see, there's over 800 episodes. I think that's probably the main accomplishment, is that I've created a backlogged archive of work that anybody that gets interested in the lore of Warcraft and just wants some drive time audiobook type of materials, there is a wealth of stuff you can
listen to it, never run out. But I think there's more that I could do in this format. Sure, I can explain things, but like, what are we going to do in this type of situation where I'm just jogging? So, coming up with plans for this material. Maybe I'll write some jokes. I've seen some videos where they have music incorporated, and I like it. It's not too distracting. So, I've also played around. I mean, I probably need to get to the point where I play the content through, record the screen capture, then come back and record myself doing the audio on top of it. So, I don't know. I like that, but I also, some of the stuff I think of in the moment, I might not think. So let's read what he said first.
The eternal sun shine.
Old Bane Bloodhoof. Look at this guy.
Land has been good to our people, shaman. We must be thankful for our good fortune. What brings you to my village, shaman? Word from my good friend Chief Hawkwind? I can see by his carvings. You are special.
We shall meet.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Scorn White Cloud Sequa. We'll learn about these people. Hey, the color too. This other person. Night HC or Nigh THC? Who can really say?
I've been expecting you.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here. Yes, young one. What can Koth do for you? The journey here from the Mesa can be a tremendous burden for some, but a welcome sight from others. Which is it for you? Furs I was expecting. Thank you. These came faster than I had expected. They will make good blankets for anyone who wishes to stay here. Please feel free to stay as long as you like. My inn is always open. All of our people are welcome here. And don't underestimate a good night's rest. It can make a great difference while you're out traveling.
Winds be at your back.
So I think I will kick it here, but I do think the fact that some of my people I've logged out in inns and some I didn't is going to change what the XP is gonna. It's gonna make it to where I don't have this beautiful symmetry of level anymore. All right, everyone, I appreciate you so much. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love doing it. And I look forward to seeing everybody next time on the next episode of Lore